Welcome everyone to this week's video where we will be delving into a controversial topic within the Titanfall community. Which ability is the best in Titanfall 2? I'm going to give you my viewpoints and opinions on everything. If you want to offer a rebuttal in the comments, go for it. Just be civil, okay? Alright, before we get super into this, I want to go over my viewpoint for this conversation. I've been playing this game since release and have experienced all the meta and balance changes that have been applied to this game. Most of my experience has been with grapple, albeit, but I have played every ability for my Titanfall teacher series, subscribe to the channel by the way, and I have extensive experience playing against every ability. So I know what mechanics work, how they work, and how to use anything and everything to your advantage. So, now let's start the actual discussion. Alright. Grapple's the best ability. End of video. No, I'm kidding. But before you run to tell me that I'm wrong in the comments, let me tell you why I'm right. Let's start with the reasons other abilities aren't as good as grapple. First up, we have Pulse Blade. Really good ability for intel. Problem is, Titanfall 2 isn't a game where information is critically important like Valorant or CSGO. In Titanfall, you can essentially run to one end of the map, kill whatever you find, and then run to the other end of the map and just find them again, and repeat the process over and over again. That's all it takes. If you repeat that process and know the maps, Pulse Blade essentially becomes useless other than just flexing on your enemies with Pulse Blade kill. AWOL isn't a contender for the top spot simply because it's an ability that restricts your movement rather than enhances your movement. Since movement is the main and most important mechanic in Titanfall, AWOL can't be a top tier contender because it literally requires you to stand still behind a wall. Autopilot also isn't near the top of the ability list due to the fact it just simply isn't a powerful enough mechanic. While there are some gods with Holo, it's just too easy to tell when it's a Holo pilot or a real pilot. And with a few exceptions, usually the most effective Holo pilots are just a slight inconvenience, just an extra reload to the bamboozle pilot. Cloak also isn't even in the top 3 because it's just not as good as Cloak pilots think it is. It doesn't fully cloak the pilot and is most effective against Titans. Despite its effectiveness against Titans, you're still not fully invisible to them, especially if you're not running low profile. And it's pretty easy to track a Cloak pilot if you see them the moment before they cloak. Also, most of your engagements are going to be against pilots, not Titans. So again, it's just not as effective as it needs to be the best ability. Phase Shift is the next ability I want to talk about. I am actually a very strong believer in Phase Shift just because it's so effective and so many of some of the best players that I watch and know use Phase Shift. You can mind game the heck out of people with this and dodge everything you need to dodge. I think this ability is criminally underused, but since it's nerfed down to 1 charge from 2 charges, it's just not in the highest class of abilities in the game. Alright, now, Stim is the main contender for the top spot against grapple. This is the ability of choice in the competitive scene due to all of its advantages. You get a huge speed boost to your movement, you get a fast health regen, and an insanely hard to hit strafe in gunfights. If its cooldown was 1 second shorter, I might have to reevaluate this argument. But since it's not, we're staying the same. But in its current state, Stim just can't keep up with grapple, no matter what you do. Alright, now we get to talk about the reasons why grapple is the best. First of all, it's just the most fun ability to use. The feeling of slingshotting over the top of a map and looking down at all the chaos below you is completely unmatched in any video game. Grapple is also the best movement enhancer in the game, automatically making it the best ability in a movement-based game. You can fly to one side of the map, kill whatever you need to, fly back to the other side of the map to meet the enemies as they respawn. It's that fast. Not only is it great for cross-map travel, it's also great for small course corrections. If you aren't a master of air strafing to end up where you want, grapple can help you with that. I mean, there's tons of people whose entire movement is just grapple. Grapple is so strong that at the moment in the competitive scene, it's just completely banned from play. You can't go into a competitive match and use grapple right now. Alright, guys, that's my take on the best ability in Titanfall 2. If you have a different take than me, comment it down below. And now it's shameless plug time. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as well as follow me at twitch.tv/Crypt6. The links are down below. And also go over and follow me on Twitter. But anyways, guys, I will be back next week with a video for you. Thanks for watching.